Hello and welcome to another episode of the Anime Lounge Short Flights. I'm your host Lance, here to share my thoughts on the final episode of Reign of the Seven Spellblades, episode 15. Oddball. Usually it's 12, maybe 13, maybe 11, but this one was 15 episodes. It carried over into the next season, as being the fall season. So a lot happening in this episode. Uh, I'm a little torn on how I feel about how they concluded this entire series. The series itself obviously is going to continue. There's so much that needs to still happen. They left us with the teachers in the end, giving us the reminder that they're the actual bad guys. They're the targets that Oliver needs to take out. And all we did was just take out a student. That's what. That's how this all ended. We ended up with Ophelia just trying to steal one of our friends, and that's that. And like we need to get more teacher action. So I'm glad they reminded us that that's still to come and what to expect. And Reign of the Seven Spellblades is not done, so that's exciting. Overall, I was this was an okay episode, okay first season. I'm very disappointed that the season closing didn't include any Spellblades. We got two Spellblade users in that final battle. Both Nanao and Oliver can use Spellblade techniques, and none of them used anything on Ophelia. She's supposed to be the final boss of the season, and we got nothing. But what we did get was another slightly more confusing ending with Carlos, the friend of Ophelia and Godfrey. We saw him sporadically throughout the season. He was a character that was there. He never made too much sense, at least in the anime. And now he's the reason Ophelia was able to disappear. She just like dematerialized. I didn't quite understand how that all ended. He like took a tattoo spell off of his neck and wrapped it around Ophelia, and they hugged and they disappeared. Does that mean they're dead? I don't know. Does that mean they went to another place so that they can be together? I don't know. It's confusing. It was also interesting that we got Carlos's backstory in a way with why his voice is more on the feminine side, because he made mention that he doesn't have his gonads, and it's very interesting take that they went with. If you, well, it was something about the singing, so that he can have a different tone in his voice. I don't remember what they used was, but I don't remember if it was like from Game of Thrones or some other show where if you know, get rid of someone's gonads at an early age, they don't get that testosterone, so they stay feminine, and that's what helps them have that look or have that sound in their voice. So depending on what kind of route you want to go, we can whatever that could be a whole different conversation. We don't have to go there, but that's what happened to Carlos. Is he lost his nuts? That's okay. Um, but we got another thing that came out. Okay. Ophelia's battle was interesting enough. She basically cast her own domain expansion. They called it Grand Aria in this one, where you have complete mastery over one magic and you can make some big bubble and put yourself in it, and then you can create stuff. I don't know. And then in Ophelia's case, she just made a bunch of more chimeras because that's her thing. And not much whole came out of that. This is again, it was a fine ending, but it was visually a bit of a letdown. I don't know. No, visually it was fine. And the anime logic in this was I was happy to see that Nano and Chella both went into their like Super Saiyan states. Nano with her silver hair, Chella with her elf ears. Not much really came out of it, but they still went into it. I need to see so much more of that out of season two. I was also happy to see that they were broom riding. Didn't last long, but they still did it. So I don't know. Nothing much came out of Oliver. He just casted a couple spells and defended himself. I I don't know. I'm gonna stop picking at this because it was still good anime. I'm glad I watched it. It's too bad that the manga didn't catch up. Of course, everyone knows at this point that this was a light novel, so can't wait for season two. Thank you everybody for staying with me and I don't know, listen to me complain a little bit. I'm sure you guys might feel the same thing. So let me know in the comments what you guys think as well. And normal plug, please go follow the anime show on Facebook and Instagram if you're not already watching it there. Always great information that they're pushing out. Stay up to date with everything anime related with them. And maybe I'll see you guys next time for season 2. Later, guys.